Hello. Today on the writing quest, we're going to learn about the last bit of preparation we have to do before we battle our research paper dragon. Today, like any good warrior, we're going to learn how to make a battle plan. The battle plan for a research paper is called an outline. Making an outline is a good way to organize your information before you even start writing your paper. Your outline can be short and simple, but the more detail you add, the easier it'll be to write your paper. If you do it right, your outline can make writing the paper much less work. Sometimes when I make outlines, I actually write out whole sentences that I can copy into my paper. Even if you want to just keep it simple, making an outline will help you know exactly what each section of your paper will be about, so you don't have to take the time to decide that while you're trying to write. I'm going to show you some techniques I've learned for making good outlines. The first thing we have to do is choose what our main points will be. For my paper about medieval weapons, I will be breaking it into 3 sections: siege weapons, battle weapons, and weapons used for sports. And this should match up with your thesis. Once you have your main points, you can start to arrange them in an outline. There are lots of different ways to outline, but I'm going to teach you 2 that I've learned and used the most over the years. For your outline, I suggest that you use either a mind map or a simple written outline. I'll show you what I mean. A mind map is a way to organize your ideas visually by drawing out a sort of chart. This works better for some people because it helps them break up the information and see how everything ties together visually. Here are 2 different formats for a mind map. This one's really simple. You can see that I made a box at the top and wrote my thesis. Weapons were used in the Middle Ages for sieges, battles, and sports. Then I listed what I'm going to talk about in different parts of my paper. So, sieges, and in that section I'm going to talk about catapults and trebuchets. Battles, I'm going to talk about battle axes and spears. And sports, I'm going to talk about bows and lances. Now, this one looks a little bit more complicated, but it really just shows the same information branching off from the thesis like a tree. This way you see the ideas from the biggest ideas to the smallest. So you see I have my thesis in the middle, and then my bigger ideas, and then the smallest ideas on the outside. If you think a mind map isn't for you, you can do a written outline. This works better for people like me who think more in written words than pictures. This can also be good because you can easily go into a lot of detail, which will make writing the paper a lot easier. In this outline, I've organized the same information from the mind map in written form. You'll notice that I use numbers for the big sections and letters for the smaller ideas. This really helps with the organization because you know how the smaller ideas relate to the bigger ones. And that's it. Planning is always an important part of the writing process, just like it's an important part of battling a dragon. Before we start writing our research papers, it's a good idea to make an outline, even if it's simple, so we know what we're doing. Thank you, and see you next time.